Welcome to project 1 of our Microsoft Word course. In this project, we are going to create a professional's report from start to finish, and you will learn how to structure a report with styled heading, insert image and tables, and add professionals headers and footers. By the end of these sessions, you will have a polished, formatted report that you can use for work, school, or business. Okay, so let's get started. So, first, let's open up the Microsoft Word, and let's open the Microsoft Word and create a new blank document by going to the file and click on the new, and from there let's choose the blank document. Okay, and before typing, it's important to set up our page layout. Okay, so for that, go to the layout tab. Okay, and choose margins and select like the normal one. So here I have already selected as the normal. Next, set the orientations to the portrait. So here I have set up, and this is the default one with the portrait. And under the size, make sure it's like the A4 or letter depending on your regions. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's say this is the default, and let's say go with the A4 size. And now let's add a title page. So simply just type and like go with, and let's say the annual or like the sales, let's say the sales report. Let's go to, and let's say the report 2025, and center it to using the like center alignment by going to the home tabs and use the center alignment. Okay, and make the font sizes. So let's say we use it this the 28 sizes over here, and use the bold and apply our modern fonts like Calibri, or we're gonna use the Sagos UI. Or let's say if I'm gonna go to, and let's go with the Sagos like, or Sagio A, or we're gonna use the UI and then use it, and that's it. So we now have a simple professional's cover page, and later we'll add a company logo here. Okay, so now let's structure the report with heading and the subheading. Instead of manually changing fonts and sizes each times, Word give us heading styles like over here, and also what that keeps everything like the consistent. Okay, so for example, let's go ahead, and if I gonna now let's make it and type the introductions. So let's go with the intro, or let's say the directions like the this one, and we can do like select it and go to the home tab and click on the heading 1 under the styles. Okay, so now type paragraphs. So like let's say if I gonna go to, and let's say simply we're gonna say the this report, or let's say the this report summarize like the, or summarize the or company like the this one, and also the companies or sales performance, and say the key trends, and let's say the recommended or recommendations like the this one for the year, let's say the 2025. Okay, so let's use the recommendeds or like the this one. Okay, so now let's type the, or we're gonna use our next type the key, or here let's go to the enter and let's use the polystops, let's use the enter. So use the key, so let's say the highlight. Okay, so let's go with, and let's say the highlights over there. And now here we want to use this one, or let's go to the highlights over here, and we want to apply like over here the heading 2. Okay, so and that's it. Under these headings you can type bullets points. So let's say the overall sales increase, let's say the sales increased by 12%. And another one, let's say the top, or let's say the top selling product, let's go with, and product something like the this one, or product model, let's say the model, or like let's go with and say the model X, something like that, this one. And let's say the strong growth or in Asia or Pacifics, let's say market. Okay, so go with, and that's it over here. So now let's make it as like we can do like the, let's go with the something, or let's go to the bullet points with over here, and let's say we're gonna want to use like the that's one. Okay, so and that's it in over there. So notice how the like heading 1 and heading 2 have different levels. So like heading 1 is used for main sections, while heading 2 is for subsections. Okay, so like the that's one, you can now see it comes like the main one, and this is the subsections. By using these styles, we can later like automatically generate tables of content, something we'll do in the next project. Okay, so and that's it for there. And if I'm gonna now close it over here, and once like now let's move into the inserting and formatting image. Reports are much more engaging with visuals, so let's add an image. Okay, so place your cursors like under, if I'm gonna go to or under the or key highlights, so let's go to over here, and now we can do so go to the insert tabs and use the pictures, and also you can use the device or select an image, or let's go to the online pictures. So for example, let's choose a product, let's say the product, and if I'm gonna go and product photo, something like this one, and we want to use something like the product, and let's say if I'm gonna go to like the was product, or let's select it with the this one, and then just insert it. So once inserted, the image might look too big, and to fix this, click on the or the image and drag the corners to and inward to resize the proportional list like over here. And if I'm gonna now or use it like that this one, and there's it over here. Okay, so and there's it, and under the pictures format or also the wrap, and use here the squares. Okay, and that's it over here, or use the wrap text and use the squares like from the tabs. Okay, so this allows the text to wrap neatly around the image. Okay, so and that's it over here. Now let's resize it, and here we have like the that's one. So and that's it. So for example, if you insert a company logo, you can place it to top right corners of the cover page, And if you insert a graphs, you can position it under the analytics sections. So for example, let's go to and insert the logo. Let's go to the pictures, select this device, and let's say if I gonna do have something like the logo, I can go to, or if I gonna select, or let's say we have something like the difference, or let's say I have these logos. For the example, I'm using like that. That's one. Let's use it over here and square it. And now let's fix it, and we want to do so. Let's use into the tabs over here, and that's it in the simple examples. Okay, so always make sure images are clear and not pixelate. High quality visuals makes your report professionals. Okay, so and that's it. Now let's move into the another parts like creating and stylings are tables. So data is often best presented in tables. So let's insert one, like place your cursors under the head, or like if I gonna go to, or let's use the heading like quarterly sales data, and let's say we gonna want to use like the, let's say go quarterly, or like sales data, or let's go with and say the, let's say the quarterly sales data, and let's go with the sales data. Now let's make it the heading 2s over here. So now we want to use here the tables by going to the insert tabs and selecting the tables, and let's say we're gonna go to the 4 by 5 something, like if I gonna go to, and there's it with the 4 by 5. So now let's fill it with example data. So let's say we're gonna want to use like this one quarter, and like we're gonna use the quarter, and this is, we can say the sales, and let's say or in, let's say the dollar. Okay, there's one, and let's go with the dollar. And the another one, we want to say something the growth, and it could be the percentage. And the next columns, we want to use the keynote. Okay, so let's say we wanna use the quarter 1, let's use the quarter 2, or over here, and let's say the quarter 3, and here let's use the quarter 4. Okay, and now here let's say the 15,000, or like the $15,000, and let's say this is the 165, or like say the this one, or let's say the 180, like let's use the simple value, and let's go with something the 20,000 like over here. And now let's use, this is called the 8%. Let's go to, and let's say growth, and here let's say the 10% over here, and let's say, so this comes with the 12 percent, and let's say we can keep it like something the 50%. And the keynotes, we're gonna use the strong something, or go with a strong online. And the next keynote, we're gonna say the season, or like say the seasonal over here. And the next one, let's say the new product, or go with over here. And the next one, let's say the internationals, or like or internationals, let's say the expansions. Okay, and expansions, and that's it over here. Okay, and once it starts, so let's style it, and before that, so let's make it little bit bigger. So select the tables and go to the table design and apply a light shaded styles. Like if I gonna go to, and let's say we can select something with like the different one, or let's go with over here, or if I gonna go to, and if I gonna select like the that's one, so and that's it, or altering row colors. So this is the, or we can do it over here. So this is the row colors, or if I gonna say the another one, or let's go with something as the difference, and that sits in there. Okay, and bold the headers. So like here it comes with all like the, or this is the headers, and also a headers row, so it stands out, or like this is the headers rows with over here, and center aligned in the growth columns. So like here, if I gonna go to and select it, and let's go to the or layout, or let's go to the home tabs, and let's use the, or use this one centers alignments, or here let's go to and use all the center alignments in there. Okay, so these tables now clearly communicate data in a professional's way. Okay, so if you want to, or want the table to automatically adjust size, just right click, and also, or click on the or like go to over here, right click over here, and you can use this one is the auto fits over here, or you, if you are gonna select like this one, like the tables or layouts, and you will find here the auto fits in there, like auto fit contents in there. Okay, or let's go to auto fit windows, and that's it. And to make the reports look polished, let's add headers and footers. So for that, go to the or insert tabs and click on the headers and choose a simple styles. So let's say we're gonna use like the this one, and let's say type, we're gonna say the annual or sales report, like, or let's go with the reports 2020 feet, and align it to the, or we can align this one into the left, and on the right inserts the today's date. Okay, so let's go to the headers, and let's go to the date, and let's say we can go to, and let's use it over here, or before that, so let's move it over here, and let's add the today's dates over here, and that's it. So now let's move into the in over here. Okay, and you can do today's dates by inserting, and use here the today's dates over here, like the, you will find the dates or dates and times in there. Okay, so now add footers. So go to the inserts and select the footers, and choose a plain, like the, or plain number. So like here, and this will automatically number all the page, and not, or like here. So now every page, or if I gonna go to with the page numbers, so now let's say our bottoms, and let's say we're gonna want to use these page numbers over here. So every page has the reports titles on the top, and the page number at the bottom. Professionals reports always include these kinds of structure. So like this is, and here we have like the this one, and or like before that. So let's make it little bit down, and that's it with the simple styles in there. Okay, so and before that, so let's make it little bit bigger with the control selector, and use the control and use the parenthesis, like the third parenthesis, and that's it our example. And before finishing, so let's do a quick review, like check the spellings and grammar with the, or go into the review and use the spellings and grammar, and like spelling and grammar checked is complete, and make sure headings are like consistent, and ensure image and tables are aligned the properly. Okay, so and that's it, and save the documents as like the docs, and like go to and use the save as, and now let's go to the select the destinations, and now we can save it like this one, and select it or the Word documents over here, or you can use our PDF for like the PDF for the sharing. Okay, so like here, let's go to and save it for now. So now that you have a clean professionals reports in the Word within a few seconds. Okay, so great job. In this project, you have learned apply style or styled heading for consistency, insert and format image, and also create and style tables, and also add headers and footers for professionalisms. Okay, so these skills are essential for creating reports, proposals, academic papers, and business documents. In the next project, we'll take this even further by generating an automatic tables for contents and learning advanced formatting tricks. Congratulations, you have just completed your first professional report in Microsoft Word.